I did want to talk a little bit about the current coronavirus outbreak. So, given, the current COVID outbreak, how has life changed for you in terms of work and day-to-day life?
Yeah, I mean, I'm working from home now, so this is my home office. So of course it's a much more low carbon lifestyle because there's no commute. I'm, cooking from home and, like those aspects, and for sure waste generation has reduced because consumption overall has reduced. In terms of my work, it's really dependent. So in the places where I have projects that require construction or kind of more community involvement, being on the ground, those have slowed or paused, and then in other places we've been able to continue the dialogue through video conferences. So yeah, so there's been a range.
So yeah, I think it's been different for everyone, and it's really interesting to hear how you have personally been able to see some change in your regular lifestyle. And you also talked about it's not just that everything is the same, especially with things where you actually have to be there. So have you actually had any kind of questions from our public health department or waste management companies regarding how they should be handling or managing waste any differently as a result of this current coronavirus outbreak?
Yeah, I think people are generally curious how the system's been affected. And I would say that that waste management companies have been pretty good about putting out guidance. There's nothing, I wouldn't say there's anything in particular beyond the normal safety gear, but some things we're seeing are, in some places they've stopped recycling just to minimize the number of people involved in the whole process and to stop the recycling facilities. Some places they're asking that all the kind of contaminated waste, if there are any sick people in the household, that they get tied up, kind of separately and disposed of separately. And yeah, but I would say that it's generally around kind of worker safety and also worker safety more kind of in the U.S. and maybe Western countries, and then in other countries, informal workers are being affected, which is a whole different ballgame.
Right.
And so we're ideally governments would be paying attention to them as well and making sure that now that their livelihoods are affected, that they're protected in some way and still have food and a livelihood to come back to.
So what would your advice be to our community during these times in terms of minimizing the damage to our environment?
I wouldn't say there's anything in particular now versus generally, but probably the things that I mentioned, to just think about consuming less, and think about how even when you are, I mean, everybody has to buy stuff
Right.
on a daily basis, right? And so, but just to be more conscious of maybe what is necessary versus not, like taking your thermos or water bottle, even something like that, and then seeing how you can divert your waste or salvage your waste to some extent.
All right, Silpa, thank you so much for your time and answering all of our questions today.
Okay, thanks, Trudy.